Welcome back to LGM's workshop. Today we're going to be going over this Spearhead for the Sylvaneth, the horrible leafy bastards. So we do have the majority of the battle traits for the Sylvaneth. Top battle trait, unfortunately we can't see too well. Ley lines, it's some type of heal for units that are within 2 inches of something. Similar to how they've previously had, used to be you'd heal if you're next to a wildwood. Fortunately, can't see how much this is just yet. Striking fades back, though slightly different. Pick a friendly unit that's used the fight ability this turn and is within 3 inches of any terrain features, then roll a dice. On a 2+, remove that unit from the battlefield, set up again so each model in the unit is within 3 inches of any terrain feature and more than 6 inches from all enemy units. This has got some of me Sylvaneth buddies annoyed, which I'm totally taking no glee in, as it's now on a 2+. As before, it used to just work, no questions asked. Next, Regiment ability, walk out of the hidden paths. Pick a friendly unit that's within 3 inches of any terrain features not in combat. Effect, remove the unit from the battlefield, set it up again, that's more than 6 inches from all enemy units. That unit cannot use move abilities for the rest of the phase. And as far as I'm aware, that's exactly the same as it previously was. And next up is an enhancement, which this is absolutely nutty. It's Gnarled Warrior. Ignore negative modifiers to save rules for your general, which means your general, in this case for the Spearhead, is the Branchwraith, which is a 5+ save. Though, if you could make, say, Treelord or Spirit of Durfu your leader, and then you've got a nice free 4+ save that you can't modify negatively, but you can positive, it's going to be a really tough thing to shift. The first unit in the general in the Spearhead is a Branchwraith. She moves 6 inches, she's got 5 health, a 5+ save, 2 control. She's got a melee weapon, which is a greenwood scythe and a bitter grub. These are combined, where previously they had multiple melee weapons, It's now 3 attacks, 3s, 4s, 1 rend, d3 damage, with no ability. The War Scroll spell, or in this case for Spearhead, the ability, is Verdius Harmony. So you pick a friendly visible unit within 18 inches, within this unit to be a target, make a casting roll of a 2d6. On a 7+, you can return 1 slain model to the target unit. If you picked a Tree-Revenant unit, you can return d3 slain models. So as we'll see in the next unit, the Kurnoth Hunters, bringing one of them back is going to be great. So getting on to the Kurnoth Hunters, you get 3 of these. They've got a 5-inch move, 5 health each, 4+ save, 2 control. They've got Kurnoth Greatbows, which have got an 18-inch range, 2 attacks each, 3s freeze, 1 rend, 2 damage, no ability. This is slightly different and the range has been reduced to previous, though you can pop through a piece of terrain, pop out wherever you fancy, be within 18 inches, so you can still generally hit whatever you fancy hitting. Its melee weapons are Vicious Claws, so you got 3 attacks, 3s freeze, no rend, 1 damage. Has a passive called Envoys of the Everqueen. When this unit is contesting objective, friendly units contesting objective have a 6+ ward. It's very similar to how it previously was. The only issue is with objectives being smaller, it's not as effective as the radius of that objective is a lot smaller. Next up, we've got the Treelord. This is your big monster, great model. It's got a 5-inch move, 14 health, 3+ save, 5 control. It's got its Strangle Roots as a ranged weapon, 10-inch range, 3 attacks, 3s, 2s, 1 rend, 2 damage, and you can shoot this in combat. Melee weapons, you got your Sweeping Blows, which are 5 attacks, 4s, 2s, 1 rend, 2 damage, and your Massive Impaling Talons, 2 attacks, 4s, 2s, 2 rend, 3 damage. As you see, the little skull means if it's took 10 damage, as we've all seen on the previous monsters, that it reduces attack characteristic to 1. In any combat phase, you can use Ground Striker, pick an enemy unit that is in combat with this unit to be a target, and roll dice. On a 4+, target has strike last this phase. Correct us if I'm wrong, but this is exactly the same as it previously did with Monstrous Rampage. Monstrous Rampage is being gone. As you can see, this is a very similar ability. Very nasty, meaning they can get in, make you fight last, choose when to fight, then strike and fade before you have a chance to get them back. Finally, we've got the Tree-Revenants, move 6, 2 health each, 5+ save, 1 control. They have enchanted blades, which have got 2 attacks each, freeze, falls, 1 rend, 1 damage. They also have reinforcements, which means there's going to be a way to bring these back in Spearhead. In any combat phase, they've got the Martial Memories ability. The effect is, pick one of the following effects to apply to the unit this phase. Memories of War, add 1 to the hit rolls for attacks made by this unit. Memories of Peace, add 1 to save rolls for this unit. This is very similar to how it previously was, but it'd make you allowed to do an all-out attack, all-out defense. Though with the fact that this is no longer purposely naming all-out defense, all-out attack, means if needed be, you could double stack these, and you can also use that on a different unit in the phase. As a whole, I do really enjoy the Sylvaneth models, though the changes to Strike and Fade, they were a very high pointed army for what they can do. So to lose that and have the chance of it failing does feel like a bit of a kick in the balls for Sylvaneth players, though we're going to have to see on a whole how these change. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, tell us what you think of Sylvaneth. Are you going to be running them in Spearhead? Do you currently run them? What do you think of the changes of Strike and Fade? Have a good day, lads.